my teenage years, I'd always experimented with hairstyles, hair colors. Coming into my 20s, everything still looked pretty decent. Like I had the long hair, the long fringe. But then, if I'm not mistaken, at 24, I got diagnosed with a kidney disease and started going on really heavy medication. It bloated my body, bloated my face, and of course, it made my hair fall off. Eventually, I actually stopped the medicine and I continued living my life. In summer of 2021, I started dialysis. Since my kidney disease had gotten so much worse than before, and I will say that that was definitely the final straw, so to speak. The stress that the dialysis had taken on me was incredible, and I was not feeling great at all. But 7-8 months later, in February of 2022, I received a kidney from my dad, which was the biggest blessing. I was back to life, but again, I was put on really heavy medicine. But in the beginning, the dose was really high, and my hair, again, was just getting worse and worse. The stress that I had been through throughout the years was really taking a toll on me. So something had to happen. In 2023, a year later, I went for 5 months through Asia. I backpacked. That trip saved my mental health, saved me. Naturally, going on adventures and just experiencing new things. You don't have time to think about all the petty stuff, like your hair, for example. But then I came to Japan and South Korea. Being there, I felt even more self-conscious about my hair. Like Korea, I was like, I know nobody here. Nobody knows me. I have a few weeks until Finland. So now, let's just try this thing. And I bust my head off. For sure, I settled for a good few months with the bust hair and kind of tried out the new style and get comfortable with it, but I just noticed that that was not for me. I tried all the remedies, I tried the oils, I tried the serums, I tried the microneedling, I tried minoxidil. So what was left? I tried everything and I could not get comfortable with having my hair shaved. The only option was a hair transplant. And that's where this whole journey started.
12 months. So a full 12 months has gone by since I went to Turkey. What a ride. It's gone by so quickly. You think about a year, 12 months. A month is 31 days. Like, oh my gosh. But I'll tell you right now, that's nothing. You have something to look forward each month. Okay, now I'm on month 1. Wow, month 2. Wow, month 3. Having that in mind and have that one day each month, it'll help you so much. Especially if you've been doing, or if you're planning on doing what I've done so far, posted these updates every single month. It just makes the time fly by so fast. So how has the whole process been? In my own opinion, has been really painless in many different ways. Not just physically painless, but also mentally. I did not struggle with the whole shock loss that much. Actually, during month 1, you see all the small grafts poking through and you're happy, but you know, if you've done your research, that those small hairs are gonna fall off. And then it's individual, like how much of a shock loss you have. Like, will you lose just your transplanted hair, or will you lose your own hair too in the process and you'll be like full bald for a few months? Nobody can tell you how your body and scalp will react to the shock loss that you're experiencing about 1 month into the healing process. How was Cosmetica Clinic? If you've seen all these updates, you've probably gone back to my first video that I did at Cosmetica Clinic, and surely some of it was not painless, as I've just said. Like the numbing and the anesthesia injections, yes, they hurt. If somebody says that they don't, they're lying. You have a high pain tolerance or a low pain tolerance. I've gone through some stuff, like you saw that in the intro, and I thought that those needles, they hurt. But can you withstand some pain for a few minutes for 1 day? In my case, for 2 days. A few minutes spread out on 2 days. If the pain is stopping you, then you don't need the transplant, or then you don't need it enough. I might also add now, in between all these updates, that I had a haircut last week. This is my 3rd time recording this kind of one-to-one thing we got going on right now. The other updates was before I got my haircut, so here's a few clips of that. As you can see, the hair was wild as hell. Here we are, my 3rd attempt on doing this. I will not get into the whole clinic process too much, as I have another video, and I'll post all those tabs in which video I'm talking about, so you can just pause this video and click on this tab right here, and you'll see the video itself. I don't then know how it is if you choose the most expensive package. I don't know, at least you'll get the doctor himself, Dr. Ajar, to do your transplant. You'll be amongst a whole lot of people, but you're all in this together. So in my own opinion, it just felt like quite comforting to see all these other people. Even in the taxi picking you up from your hotel the first morning, you see like patients that are going to the clinic for the first time. You see some patients that are going on their second day. As myself, like I also went for 2-day surgery. So yeah, it's just comforting in my own opinion. But yeah, of course, like once you arrive to the clinic, it's like, in my case at least, I had the blood test, and then okay, you go into this other room, fill out some papers, and then go into this other room to get your scalp scanned, and then you go into the fourth room, then the fifth room. Like I kept my calm, and that's what I've told everybody that has been asking me for help or if I have some advice on what to think about. Just to be calm, be as chill as possible, be as calm and comfortable as possible, so you have your mind right, you're in the right mindset on what you want to express and what you're about to go through. How was I treated at the Cosmetica clinic? They do take care of you really well, even though it's not like a, oh well, or I mean, even that, I was about to make fun of like, oh welcome to the clinic, but they actually did that too. And everybody like just receiving you in the first morning, they spoke well English, and in any time if they didn't understand you, there was always at least one person that I was in contact with anyway, that was like the translator. When I went into the surgery, like everybody was just like smiling and kind of like warned you what they're about to do, or maybe not warn, but prepare you what they are about to do. Even that translator too, like he was really like respectful, because I was really eager on trying to make my visions and wishes come through. Priority 1 was to keep it as chill and comfortable as possible. Number 2 was, okay, speak your mind. Always speak your mind, because if you're like, okay, you're too scared of saying anything and just put it all onto the Cosmetica clinic to kind of like plan everything. It's your body, it's your hair, and it's your head, so you should have some kind of like guidelines for them to kind of follow. And I guess if you don't, then I mean, sure, that's fine too, but I am quite of a control freak, so I really want to have control over the whole situation. I want my hairline to be as natural as possible. I want the curvature. I don't want the boxed off, the edged up look with the straight hairlines and stuff like that. That looks amazing on some people, but since I didn't have that hairline at any time during my upbringing or in my life, I didn't want to manipulate my own features and stuff like that. Also, my crown, the biggest area, even though my whole top was in bad condition, but I told them that, okay, I want to prioritize the crown, what's left of the grafts, if I have any, put into the front. That's what we did. Did Cosmetica keep their promises and all the good words? We had the game plan set. First day we placed grafts into the front and the mid scalp a little bit. We took that from the right back side of my head. And then day 2 to the crown, filled in the middle a bit more, that from the left backside. We kind of spaced out the donor zone to not over harvest, which was really good. And that was also a question that I had before arriving to Turkey, like, okay, how is this gonna work out if I have 2 surgery days? Like, isn't gonna be like hella painful? But they explained the whole thing for me. The graft amount, 4,700 was what we're talking about. Did I try to count the incisions that they made in the head? Yes, I tried that, but again, the control freak. Obviously, I did not count every single hole that they poked, because that would be insane. Was my crown prioritized? When I look at the pictures that I took after the 2 days, it looks like I have way more grafts in the front. Not too sure, to be honest, but does it look great already, even though the final improvement for the back is 18 months? Yes, in my own opinion, yeah. Am I pleased about the results? The results for the front is basically at 12 months, so this is the final improvement for the front. And now I have, as I said, I had a haircut a few days ago, and I have my hair styled right now, and then the other updates, I've just kept my hair natural, so you can see like the natural look of it. But again, in the other clips that I recorded a few days ago that I wasn't pleased with, you can see my hair without any products, all natural before the haircut. So am I pleased with the hairline? Yes. Do not have a screen behind the camera, so I don't know what I'm showing right now, but hopefully I'm showing the natural looking hairline. Yes. Even leading up to the 12th month, I was still like unsure about the crown. I don't know. I knew that I still have until summer, until June for improvement on the crown, but I was still, you'll maybe notice that you'll get picky the further on you'll go into the process. You'll get picky even though it looks 10 times better before the transplant, but you're like, it still looks a bit empty over here, and is the grafts like actually angled at the right angle? Do I have the right like pattern and blah blah blah. Month 11, I was still like, okay, the crown is coming along, but it's been quite stagnant for a few months now, so like maybe this is the final improvement. But now that we arrived at the 12-month whole full year, the crown just like all of a sudden in a few weeks like popped off and started looking better. Yeah, I remember I noticed that. I was like, okay, like all of a sudden this looks so much better. Like it's just gone like 2 weeks since the last update. Like what? It looks so much better all of a sudden. I don't know, I wouldn't say that it's placebo, because I would notice if it's not nice. So how does the future look? I've said that, I'll see what I'll do at like the 18th month with the crown and stuff. It's still open. I don't know, I don't have any future plans per se. Like everything is looking really cool. If I'm super perfectionist, yes, the crown would need a bit more work. And we saved this little part in front that was untransplanted. My hair grew pretty well there by itself. Like I just had this island and then empty around this island of hair. Or now when hair is longer, I can clearly see that the transplanted hair is growing to its full potential. But this one section in the middle of hair breaks quite a lot, and it doesn't like have the same kind of caliber as the transplanted hair. It doesn't get as long and stuff like that. So, but it's still like embedded in the whole like jungle of hair. So it doesn't bother me. Who knows in the future if it'll start to look even weaker. So we'll see. As I said, like I keep the future plans open. I think that there's still a possibility that I might go for another visit, but I won't count that in quite yet. I'll see in the summer how everything looks and what my mindset is at. What am I doing to prevent any further hair loss? I don't know if I've said this in a clip before or not, but I would not done this hair transplant without knowing that I want to be on finasteride afterwards. I actually started finasteride about 4 or 5 months before going to the transplant clinic. Already then I tried to kind of stabilize my hair and see how I react to it, since I knew that it takes about 3 months to see if you get any sides from it and stuff. Do I get any side effects from finasteride? Hard to say, because I've shown in another clip and I know that I'm getting side effects from a few medications. I experienced some side effects from my past medications, so I don't really know if I'm expecting any from finasteride. I was experiencing side effects the first week or two, I don't remember anymore, but first week I had in my ball sack, right, my testicles, I had some testicle ache, some pain in my testicles the first week, but that went away. Right now, any side effects of finasteride? Well, what I notice is, I don't know if you think this is too much information, but this is a side effect of finasteride, or can be. So obviously I'm gonna be transparent about that. I guess my sperm count or my sperm quality is not as good as it was before starting finasteride. But do I have any erectile dysfunction? No, still goes up and stuff like that, but it's just like the whole process, I guess, afterwards that is thinner than before. So but then again, my mental health, is that affected by finasteride? I don't know, because my mental health is affected by so many other medications. Do I recommend Cosmetica Clinic? I did so much research. Like Cosmetica Clinic was not the first clinic that I actually contacted. I contacted 2 other clinics. For sure, the first clinic I contacted quite freshly after my kidney transplant. So obviously the timing was not great whatsoever, which kind of explained their answer to my requests. Like, okay, I just had a kidney transplant and they rejected me. One, the timing, obviously it wasn't like the most optimal timing, and then 2, still have the kidney disease and I am on all those medications. I guess they thought that there's a higher risk for me to get bad results, so I kind of like accepted that for a few years. Actually, I was like, okay, well, damn, I guess I won't have a hair transplant then. So I tried all these other remedies that I've shown on my TikTok, for example. But then again, I contacted another clinic years later, since I got like, no, it's okay, from my own kidney doctors. So I got like I guess, the confidence and the faith in that I could restore my hair again. The before and afters of that clinic looked like, yeah, it was cool and stuff like that. Like all the hair transplant clinics do a lot of marketing, obviously. So don't believe everything that you see, because they had like so much of like influencer looking patients and not showed that many like normal people, and not many like different ages and different hair lines or different ethnicities and stuff like that. But then I just found Cosmetica Clinic. I don't even remember how I found it, or if that was just like another ad that I got on Instagram. I saw like all the before and after videos, so many different ages, so many different like people. And then also like, okay, doing more research, like, okay, like who's this Dr. Ajar guy, and they show off like all these technologies. Sure, that goes for a whole bunch of clinics, but really like tipped me over was when I saw a video of like a guy that had his crown done. So they kind of like sketched the whole like arrows, how the hair was about to like swirl in the back and stuff. So I was like, okay, I know that these guys know how to place the grafts too, and not just like poke a hole and stick the graft in. So that was like, okay, cool. It's not just like hairlines either. So they do stuff on the back too. I contacted them, telling them like, okay, I want to prioritize my crown, but I want the whole top done, because like my whole top is really bad. And they said that it's possible. Then I got the game plan, like, okay, the crown, the middle and the front and stuff like that. I was like, okay, nice. This is really cool. They can do the whole top. It was like within my budget too. I don't know. It felt right for me. Choose the most expensive one or choose the cheapest one. Find the clinic for you. But do I recommend Cosmetica? Yes. Suggest you documenting your whole process? Yes. Did I trust naively that they would do their best work possible since their name was known? Yes. Was I lucky? I hope I wasn't just lucky. I hope that people actually get this type of results, not just me because I was documenting the whole thing. Well, which I saw too. Like obviously that's why I chose the clinic. So I just answered myself. That's the 12-month. And if you have any further questions, post them in the comments. I'll try to reply. I'm so bad at replying on YouTube comments. On TikTok, I've been better. I've been better on replying on comments. But any further questions, post them in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Will I post more videos in the future? At least 2 videos before summer. We'll see when those come out, but thank you for following along. I tried my best on this final video. Hopefully you liked the intro. It took me 3 days to make. That's why this video is late. Thanks so much for all the positive feedback that I've gotten. And again, it's not just hair.